Arapenda Bragataya, that a young man that is builded up is a young man that shall stand. A young man that is builded up is a young man that shall stand. A young man that is builded up is a pateli, a patakatosa, a bedigatande, a lopedezo pediadabaha, a zepetilagatole, a zante belegataya, a zepalagata. That a young man that is builded is a young man that will not fail. Is a young man that will not fall. Is a young man that will stand. Is a young man that will stand. Alopondi kataya, prekatoske faladia, azante malagatula, empenualiga zandeli baha, azateba, azopenda, prekatosa, alepa duale maha, azeta gatado, alepa lobendi magatadi, empindi midigitaya, empindi midigitali, empindi midigitaya, aripa zofe, ashampendi gatuala, arakatoba, arepadia dabaha, azalipadeli maha, azopeni magataya, empregetosi fane, animando belegeta, arapakasata, eshate bilaganta, aprekatosalia, alepadieri mahane, eshempende belegeto, arapateza, alapatekataya, tunapata kujengeka, Machakos aira bahai, maligatoli bradiza vana mahane, Asata patela, arakante pelia dabaya, repetele beregadaya, repete bedegadebosa, aradala baganta, arapazatelia, repedelia bagante, arcofete bradiza, aradosa veni, rakose fataya, arepateli bradiza, arribadeli gataya, azante balose gatade, arekatale vahana, arapateza gataya. The Bible says, Arapanikatosa, Pregatale Vradiza, in 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5, Maloko Sateli Vradiza, Embaderega Sateli Vradia, Arapante Barosa, Apetolwa Gatana, Asapaya Kataya, 1 Peter chapter 2, Ezapele Baganta, in verse 5, Amando Bokosata, that we also, as living stones, are being built up, Ayapanamanda Badagataya, are being built up as a holy priesthood. We are being built up as a holy priesthood. As young men in this house, Ayapande Barosa, Abregatosetai, Emendualegataya, we are being built up as a Euro priesthood, as a holy priesthood, as a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices, that when our songs rises to heaven, they rise with a spiritual aroma, that when our voices reach the Father, it is just to him as a spiritual sacrifice. I am Pandegataya. We have been meant to offer up spiritual sacrifices, acceptable to God through Jesus. Azante Pragataya, Arofente Balogatade, Ayapedagato. We have been appointed for this very task. Amendi Balosa Gataya, Ayapade Rosefidagataya, Izante Malosa, Apete Gataya, Izafedi Balaganto, Ampenwa Kataya, Rete Bedegatara, Arate Balabaganta, Azofeli Badia, Azevina Mahane, Azofedi Gataya, Irkafatovi Labaganto, Arantampanda Gataya, Esefente Bregatozivala, Ampinda Gatole Vahane, Arato Pedigataya, Azepetel Wagataya, Eshante Piragasata, Empendola Gataya, Arapapa Arapapapate, Arakatose Fetaya, Pregatale Baganto, Arobogo Sateli Bahana, Aratapatila Gatande, Emende Belegato. We are meant to offer spiritual sacrifices. Some says that the lifting up of our hands like an evening sacrifice. That when our hands are lifted to heaven, it reaches the Father as an evening sacrifice. Amando Bregataya, one that is acceptable to God, one that is acceptable to God through Jesus Christ, one that is acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. Ashapatola arakatezo eperuagatai erafenta bragatiza aratesko feta empregetoze fatai eratesa falima aranta balagatai empenemende belebede arabababababosa azepalia baha azekataya azelibahana ashapete gitaya. Lift up your hands, child of God, ayapana marobedigataya, that it may be acceptable to God. Alapatera gasata ashanta bedagataya emente bedegataya aratakatakata asapeta katwalaba asepelia bahana eshante bedegataya iratobogo sata eprekataske falataya arriba santele baha arakataya labaha ashinta virabagatwala baha asepedegate arakataya ashafele bagataya. We have been built up. We have been built up. We are being built up to offer up spiritual sacrifice. Acceptable to God. Acceptable to God. Ashabela mahana aranta balaga sande eprekoteska faladia arada balabanama aranta balabadagataya. Now them that are seated, I request us to rise on our feet, even as we worship the Lord this evening, and tell him, my God, as we lift up our song, it comes as a spiritual sacrifice to you. As we lift up our voice, it comes as a spiritual sacrifice to you. As we lift up our praise, it comes as a spiritual sacrifice to you. As we lift up our worship, it comes as a spiritual sacrifice to you. Ashanta belagatai empreketosi labaha emende belebelebo sataya. Mwambie mfalme anastahili. Mwambie anastahili, mwambie anaweza. Mwambie yeye ni mfalme, yeye ni Bwana wa mabwana, yeye ni kimbilio na msaada wa karibu. Yeye tu tunayemwabudu jioni ya leo, yeye tu tunayemwita usiku huu, yeye tu tunayemtegemea siku ya leo, yeye tu tunayesema anaweza, yeye tu tunayesema anastahili. Hakuna kama yeye. Ashabele gataya. Before his presence, the Psalms will say, that mountain melt like wax. He is the Lord that has spread forth the Zions, that has spread forth the mountains. He has spread forth the heavens. Ashabele gataya. The everlasting God, the King of glory. Ayabale katoli baganta. Everlasting Father, the King of glory. The I am that I am, the great and mighty God. We call him the Ancient of Ages. We call him the Ancient of Days. He has been there from the beginning of time. He has caused impact in our lives. We have seen him change lives, and he's also transforming lives. He's aligning destinies. He's aligning destinies. He's bringing the sense of purpose. He's bringing the sense of purpose. We exalt his holy name. We call him Jehovah Adonai. Arakateza feda emprekatali bragataya. Inua mikono yako juu. Inua mikono yako juu, mwambie Bwana, jioni ya leo nataka kukutana na wewe. Jioni ya leo nikutane na wewe. Jioni ya leo nikutane na wewe. Asante bagataya akayatosa feli epreketase fataye ampendi gataya arakatosa feli ishabedi gatwala baha aranta badegataya arakatosa te empenemende belegataya alapatelia gataya arateza te asepedi baha ashante bidagataya ayabalogotaya. That when our hands goes up to heaven, it raises up as a sacrifice, one that is acceptable to God, through Jesus Christ, the mediator, our mediator. Ashande bragataya.